New at 6, amid a surge in gun violence here in Milwaukee, a new rule is being proposed for gun owners. If your gun goes missing, report it or face a fine. TMJ4's Ryan Jenkins talks with the alderman behind the change and why not everyone thinks this idea is fair.
It's puzzling how many people have guns in this community.
City of Milwaukee Alderman Russell Stamper has sponsored new legislation that, if passed, would require Milwaukee gun owners to properly store and supervise the whereabouts of any firearm at all times and to file a report if your gun goes missing.
And if it's not reported within 24 hours, Ryan, then you have to call the police department and say, hey, I don't know where my gun is. It is missing. Somebody may have my gun.
He says unsecure guns can lead to homicides and tragic accidents.
Especially with young people, the young kids playing around with guns and it's not stored safely. A lot of young people got shot and killed this year just because their guns weren't stored safely.
Studies show that more than 4.6 million kids live in homes with unlocked and loaded guns nationwide, and nearly 350 kids accidentally shoot themselves or others every year in the U.S. Additionally, a recent study also said roughly 380,000 guns are stolen from private gun owners every year. That's according to the group Everytown for Gun Safety. In Milwaukee, fines for not following the proposed rules could range up to $1,000. If fines go unpaid, jail would come next.
The highest I could do was $1,000. That's the highest I can do. I'm going to keep trying to get it as high as possible. I would do $5,000 to $10,000 because you should know where your gun is.
Thomas Leager, executive director of Wisconsin Gun Owners Incorporated, says the legislation is a bad idea.
I absolutely believe in safes. I just don't believe that the government should enforce the safes.
He believes the rules will disproportionately impact good citizens, especially minorities, and will serve as a distraction to the real issue, criminals.
It's an attack on gun ownership. I think it's meant to criminalize gun ownership and make it seem as if, the criminals are not at fault. It's the gun owner.
You say you're not attacking the gun owner, you're asking for help.
I'm asking for assistance in knowing where your gun is. Now, you're not in trouble if you know where your gun is.
Again, the proposal has yet to be reviewed by the full Common Council. It remains under consideration by the Public Safety and Health Committee for now. Reporting in downtown Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News.
And Alderman Stamper's proposal comes on the heels of a bipartisan agreement in Congress over the weekend, the first new significant proposed gun legislation in decades.